Alright, so I'm about done for the day, I think, on this thing. I put the seat back on, so it's bolted back on. I put this little brace on. I gotta paint that thing. I got some fingerprints on it. I just wanted to throw some black on it and see what it looked like. Let's go around to the front here, but this, let's do some black on too to see what it looked like. I'm gonna sand this down. My plate thingy, you can see, is hooked up. I don't know. I don't really care if somebody sees my license plate in Burger House. But that right there is, the plate's a little crooked. I don't know how I'm gonna, let's see here. If I lift it up a little, dump it out. Still a little crooked, whatever. But it's pretty straight. I know you can't really see it with the sun coming in like that, but it's pretty. The seat looks might be off a little bit, or maybe it's the. There we go. Or fender. But then I'll have little braces that go from the edge down to those areas. You know, right here. And then maybe lights underneath that, or underneath this little guy right here. Like put the brake light underneath that guy, and then just that. So I haven't even sat on it yet to see if this thing will get in the way of my leg. Here, let me show you here. There we go. No, not even a little bit. Cool. So that should be about it. Just look at the lights maybe, and that bracket. Kind of is what it is now. I already drilled those holes. I guess I could move it out farther, but kind of impatient to ride. God, let me get on the road before it starts snowing. Oh. But that's where we're at right there. So yeah. So it's coming together, and I'm super cheap. I paid $50 for the fender. I didn't pay anything. I paid like $30 for that seat. The bolts and everything I bought, some of them I had, some of them I bought. Maybe $10 for all the little nuts and washers and bolts. I paid $15 for that little rectifier kind of self-plug deal. This metal I got all for free from my uncle, so that little bracket thing, this little bracket thing, maybe I think I paid $5 for that pack of cutting wheels. So I don't even remember, what was that, 5, 15, 25, 35, I don't know, about $100. No, $125 maybe. I don't know, you do the math. But it's pretty cheap, It's super cheap. Now I said I was gonna cut into that guy today, and man, I walked around the store and I'm like, if I just bought a little crappy fender for another $50 or something, I could just cut into that all I want without screwing that thing up. Because if I can keep that and that rear fender and this thing, I can always just measure this back out onto here, take all this crap off, just weld it back up to the thing, it's all right there. You just gotta, line it up and put a couple tack welds, fit it all together, make sure it's right, and just weld that thing. It welds right there and welds right there, and then I can mount all this crap back on it. So another recommendation is don't do this kind of stuff to your only running motorcycle. because when I got here, I guess it wasn't running. I needed another rectifier, which I got. But, and I need to do the electrical crap. But the electrical crap's been done for a while, so if I'd have left it alone, put the new rectifier in without screwing around with anything, I probably could have been riding it. So, I have been able to ride the old guys. The old guy who owns this place, he let me ride this bike. He's an old car club guy, I know. But this little 250 Yamaha here. But it's a scooter, you know? I mean, it has gears, but I mean, I pinned this thing coming down a little hill, and the speedometer said I was doing like, I don't know, 82 miles an hour, but fools were still passing me on the freeway, and it, like old ladies and, you know, dudes in beat up trucks were passing me. So I think that speedometer is incorrect once you get it above like 65, 70. I think it isn't very accurate, because when I drive down there to my truck, nobody's going 85 miles an hour. So 70, 75, yeah. So, and I had it pinned, man. I mean, it just tucked down, pinned. I know that thing is not helping with the wind, but it wasn't that windy, and no, it said 83, but I'm betting it was more like 63. I mean, it's a scooter, for sure. So, getting back on my bigger one, my 1100 will be nice. Plus, I don't know, my next bike will either be a dirt bike, which is probably the most likely, because I want to do some like little scrambles and stuff. Watching a channel, Shade Tree Surgeon, that guy's awesome, you should check him out. It's funny, him and Triumph Chick. But he does these scrambles, and I never really even thought about it. But, I mean, I live in a perfect environment to go out and just ride the hell out of a dirt bike. So, I had one when I was a kid. So probably a dirt bike, then next a sports bike, or a sportier bike. One that, you know, just screaming around town or something. Because, I mean, on days like this, even in November when it's like 55, you know, sunny all day, it just would have been awesome to go ride today. I saw a couple guys on their bikes today, and it just really bummed me out. So I definitely got to get this guy going and get a spare, you know, or two, maybe three. Because I mean, since I turned this one into something that really isn't going to wear bags, I'm going to need a long distance bike, you know, if I ever go on any rides. So I'm going to have to get I think a bigger one. I don't know. I need more motorcycles. It's the simple thing here. All right. Well, you guys have a good weekend. It's over. Well, have a good next weekend. It's Thanksgiving. That's right. Oh, that's not next weekend. Is it next week? No, it's not next weekend. Weekend after, maybe. See ya.